So everyone hears as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Joking aside, well, oh yeah, so today's topic was, can you speed up the process of waking up? Was that it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. You're up.
Oh, I like that. Max and I were having like a huge debate. Um, because I'm assuming everybody's heard of Osho, right? So Osho kind of came to wake up, but then his whole concept is he wanted to create a separate colony, based around trying to get people interested, through removing social barriers around sex during the 70s, basically. So Max and I started having this really long conversation. I'm not talking about sex, don't we? Ended up having this really long conversation about, how is it that you wake up? Is the path short? Is it quick? What makes you want to wake up? What makes people want to listen to waking up? What makes you interested? Um, and what makes you actually know that it's real or even care about it? There's so much stuff out there saying, if you want your life to be perfect, this is what you have to do. And everybody has their little sales pitch, their little book, their 3-step program, their really funky edited videos. So then what's the purpose of waking up? For me, waking up, the purpose is it ended up meaning everything. I stopped looking for anything else. I stopped needing to be a somebody. I stopped being a somebody. I stopped pretending I was a somebody. There is no longer any need to think that the thoughts that rampage through my head mean anything or that I have to do something with them. Um, but what I also realized is even on my own journey, you can't hear everything at certain points. There were moments when Max would push and push and push and push and push me personally and say, look, you're getting stuck on this. Stuck on the kitten. You're getting stuck on this. And I would vehemently refuse to listen to anything he had to say.
That hasn't changed. Waking up doesn't change that. It doesn't change that. No, it actually doesn't at all. And if anything, it makes it worse. Seriously. Go
um, because for me, waking up is there's the big bang moment of a recognition of self. And then there was a high that followed it for months. And it would come back in flashes over the years. Just that this is it. This is me, for better terms. The rest of it falls away. And there's only me. There's no need for anything else. There's no need for Ferraris, money, wealth, power, big job, hundreds of babies, billions of friends, millions of Instagram followers. There's no need for any of that because there's only ever right now. Only ever right now. Everything else is an illusion. Everything else is a story that you have in your head that exists at this point in time of the future or the past. So the need to search for anything else was gone. The need for anything else was gone because I knew that the needing of something else was not me. I was complete. So that for me was everything. Everything else lost value. Now, the problem I have is I have conversations with other people about this and they think I'm part of some voodoo cult and that I'm insane. The nice compliments that you're trapped in a cult that is narcissistic and always thinks it's right. That's that's the nice compliments I get from my brutal family members if they want to talk about my philosophy, as it's called. um, but for shortening the process, There were moments that I was blocked, and that's because I didn't want to listen. I'll never forget a conversation I had when I was in New Orleans.
Well, with me.
Yeah, over the phone. I was in New Orleans because I decided to walk on the Appalachian Trail. And then my back, being the git that it was, it didn't agree to be walking 2,000 miles. Who knew? Um, so I ended up flying around America for a while. And New Orleans was somewhere I'd always wanted to be. And I had a glimpse of me. And Max pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed.
I love that.
You fucking do. It's really annoying. And it was brutal because in that glimpse that I had in me after that moment, I was always trying to go back to experience. I was describing the experience. And I just created a barrier to everything. Because again, I always thought my thoughts were what I was. I hadn't let go of the body and the mind being simply what they are, an organism, a magnificent organism, but
That
not
isn't
me.
you. Yeah.
But the blocker came from the organism. The need for there to be right, there need to be wrong, there need to be a story, a drama. So could the path be shorter? Yes. I think the path can be shortened for all of us, for everyone and anyone. But it comes from a place of listening and hearing. And when you listen, you can hear the words. And then your mind is going, no, so sorry, totally wrong. I'm just going to reply to that. But you're having a conversation in your head. The organism, for lack of a better word, the mind and the body are having a response. The listening isn't there because the mind is looking to categorize. It's looking to do what it's evolved to be, which is fucking amazing machine, an incredible machine. It's the thing that's helped the human race be what the human race is. But it's not what we are. It's not what we all are. It gives the illusion of something different, that there's difference between all of us. Whereas in reality, we are all the same. This self. So being open, listening to everything, absorbing it all. Does it suddenly wake you up? Yes, it can. But also it can take time and repetition. I'll give you an example of my kitten. My kitten currently will not stop climbing on the kitchen hob. Oh. He won't stop. We put him down. We've yelled at him. People have told us we should spray him with water, which I won't do because he won't understand. He'll just be upset because he's been sprayed with water. Just because something else is pushing at you to tell you the lesson is here, it doesn't mean that you're ready. It's the same as the lesson for me picking my kitten up off the kitchen counter and putting him on the floor. Doesn't mean that he's ready to stop climbing on the kitchen counter because that's his habit. That's what he does. He associates it to something wonderful, which is food. Nom, 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 nom. And it doesn't mean that he's not listening. Every single time I pick him up and put him back down. Oh, okay. He's trying to do something.
Oh my God.
Because this is what we all do.
Marvel.
It, it's a repetition.
Oh God, case in point.
It's a repetition
Uh-huh.
or a lack of understanding, because behind all of it, you might be trying not to listen, you might be trying to control the thoughts, but it doesn't mean that there is a click, because the click doesn't come from you. You are always there. You don't listen, you don't hear, you don't remember. All of that comes from the mind and the body, for want of a better word. And the click to know all of that comes actually from the mind and the body. Oh.
So here we notice he walks on the okay.
Gonna add to that?
Nope.
Ah, mother.
Got nothing to add, but perhaps
Ah,
are you okay?
yep, he thinks my hand is a tool.
It
Ow.
just don't get a kitten.
So
When you have three cats, don't get the fourth kitten.
don't get fourth. Fourth is it's
it's
beyond
yeah,
social acceptable levels of cat.
it's the limit. Anyway, Tamar raised the hand. Do you want to say something, Tom? Yeah. Wait, got you that time.
Hello, guys.
Hi.
Yes, during the shamanic retreat, I went. There is a lot of message like this that like listen, listen, listening. You're not listen, you're not listening, and so I'm here to listen.
Okay.
Like in the Wednesday, when I say I am the consciousness in my mind. And you say, no, you're not the consciousness. You are what you are. And I say, I don't understand
No.
what I am.
So you
So
see that for example is the I don't understand. That's not listening. That's fighting. You see,
yeah,
there's
yeah,
nothing wrong with that, but it's the fight. So I don't understand, but you don't have to understand. You have to listen. See,
yes,
that's
okay, okay,
so 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 yeah. It's the because like the mind wants to grab it. I don't understand, but it can't understand, and
mm,
so the listening just happens with the mind actually as well. But the mind isn't fighting. The mind is just in the listening as well. So you can't any question is welcome, but any question is not listening, it's fighting. Any question though, to be
yeah,
honest. Not that you can't ask questions. That's you see, if it's burning, it's burning. You can't help it.
But the burning is, in fairness, the burning questions can actually lead you towards the
Yeah,
end,
absolutely.
because, oh God, goddamn, on my path, I had some stupid ass questions. I We were vegan for quite a long time, very strict, and I contemplated the existence of mosquitoes. It must have been days. I contemplated the existence of a mosquito and how I really hated being bitten by them. But was it right to kill them because it was a reflection of the self? Again, just getting stuck on a thought. But if the question's burning,
It's yeah.
the mind is looking for an answer.
yeah,
It can't find something in this gigantic library that is your brain. It can't find the answer, or not an answer that it's okay with. So then you ask someone else, looking for the answer from someone else. who is a reflection of you.
Yeah.
But the answer that comes, the yes, the click, the connect, will only ever come from you.
From me. Yeah.
But chase the burning question. Because if not, it'll come back up. It always does.
Yeah.
One way or another.
Mm.
And you're allowed to be pissed off at Max as well. I find it very therapeutic.
Got nothing to add. That makes sense, Thomas?
That makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
I leave the end.
okay. Cool. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
Welcome.
Julien, tu as levé la main? You
Yeah. Hello.
raised your hand. Yeah. Cool.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was really interesting with the topic because
You want to explore that?
hmm?
You wanted to explore it?
No. I stopped.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's so funny. It's that's really interesting. Keep on talking and sharing things because yeah, the conversation went
We had on Wednesday, yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah.
it made something. I don't know what, but okay. And so to me, it's not possible to speed up anything because you can say, I'm closer, I'm closer, I'm closer, but there is no bridge between.
Yeah.
So you can do everything you want to. Uh, it's just it can't work. But when you're, I don't know where, but you can regard and say, okay, everything is clear now. And so I could do whatever I wanted to. I could do whatever I wanted to. There is no time for this. It's for the so yeah, and some people just listen one word and okay, everything is clear for them. It can take 20 years, but it doesn't matter because it's just when you are um, you, I don't know how to say, but the time matters, and it's just I will try to yeah, just the last sentence. So I'm still Zen practicer.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, sure. And it's funny because there's a tradition, patriarchs, and you can go from the Buddha to today, and you are working on the sentences, and but you can never understand them. It's not possible because when the patriarchs or masters said something, they said from the point of view of awakened people, and so it's not possible to understand. And you try to work on it. You try to have reflection. And
Yeah.
today, I'm just okay. It's so obvious that now I don't understand, but it's clear. So all the
Yeah.
sentences. So to me, it's not possible to speed up anything because there's no bridge. Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Anything to say to that? And
No, nothing. I think it's something my brain's stuck on, having a conversation with itself that it finds very interesting. And I talk about it in a separation because of curiosity of what's the point in talking about this?
none. Sorry, that's the answer. No, you listen. None. But you can do it. I know I do it every week, every day. There's no point. It's funny.
Well, for me, it's the greatest gift of freedom I've had in my life. But it's not the gift everyone wants.
No, and it's funny because sometimes people, it's really interesting during these kind of meetings, because people say, I want, I want, I want. And when we listen the conversation, it's obvious that they don't want. Something doesn't want. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not possible for them, for us, because I was in the same case, to see that. But sometimes it breaks and it's broken. Okay, no problem. But you can't do anything. And sometimes, yeah, you say, I want, I want, I want, but it's not really the truth. Something inside of you. It's not.
The most important, really, is it's just a thought. It's just a thought. It's a thought. It's not. I don't even want to say it's just a thought. It's a thought. Yeah. Sorry, the kitty is being a kitty. It's the most important in that waiting, searching, or lack of searching, or I don't know, is it's a thought. It's a thought. Whatever you say, whatever you think is a thought. That's it. There's nothing to it.
All of it is a thought. What I'd add on though is when the end of the path came, Max and I would have long conversations. Max was already talking a lot by then. I think it had been a couple of years. And people would always ask me, you're the wife of Max. Shouldn't you talk? And I debated for a good few years before I did make the decision to talk, because I was never drawn to it. It was not something that interested me. But the point that interested me is if it could make the experience of myself and other expressions on this world better. I see what my mum's existence is like. I see what my father-in-law's existence is like. And I see how much suffering that the mind can bring simply by chattering to itself and thinking the thoughts it's thinking are real, that they matter, that they are a thing, that they are something to be done, actioned, true, truer than others, real, special.
Right.
Right, more right, righteous, hateful, greedy.
All of that's bullshit.
All of it is bullshit. But that's suffering that I see in reflections of myself. And it triggers the self, and it triggers a sadness response in this body and the mind. It's why stories of different things will create an experience of sadness and tears. They come because the self, there's no words, there's no description. I can string a sentence together, but it's still insufficient. It's incomplete. It creates a boundary where there is no boundary of me. It creates a time and a frame and a reference to me that can't be understood by my mind or my body. That's what makes it so inescapable when you've seen. That's what makes it so memorable to the mind and the body when you've seen.
That's what makes it memorable to the mind and the body when you've seen. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
My sister would talk about holding her newborn baby as being a magical moment. Now, I know it's because in that moment, the she that is my sister, that is her body, and the mind that is talking to a baby. But the body and mind that is what is my sister was silent. And in that moment was the self. And that indescribable love that she says, I love you. I'm giving you love. See, I'm
Ow!
splattering you with love.
Stop it. That's painful.
I'm splattering you with love. But it's not, it's me. Because the experience of love is a reflection of me in the body and my mind. And it's unlimited, undescribable. And I know that when my sister talks of peace, in that moment of peace, bliss, she saw herself. But trying to tell that to somebody else, it's where you go back to, Amy, you're in some kind of brainwash cult. I can get you help. But to be free of all the suffering associated to it, the worry that you have if you have a baby. There might be this wrong, there might be that wrong. All because the thoughts will have a conversation. And we're like little bumper cars bumping into each other
You stop.
all the time. No. And it can exacerbate the conversation that the mind will have. It can make it worse. Or it can feel like it's someone trying to downplay the self-talk, which can then trigger other experiences of frustration, anger, irritation. But all of those are experiences that only matter if you think the mind and body are who you are, and that's all there is to you. And that's all that matters. I'm talking a lot.
Yeah, I kind of what you say.
Jade.
Jade, wanna say something?
Yeah, hello, Amy. Hello,
Hey, Jade.
Max.
Hey, Jade.
Uh, Max, it's about what you just say. Your comment just now saying it's a thought, waiting. Blah blah blah. I don't remember what the rest of you were saying. Um, this type of thoughts is still difficult for me to see it as a thought. It's a thought. Waiting is a thought. But I can't see the thought. Like I can easily see,
Because it's a thought.
yeah, because
You don't
it's
need
a
to see
thought.
it.
It's a thought and cannot be seen. Waiting is a thought.
Mm.
Doesn't feel like a thought.
Does a thought feel like anything?
Oh, it is not recognized.
Okay. But it is a thought. There's
Mm,
no recognition needed it is a thought. Um, you want to see a thought, you want to understand it, grasp it. You want to see that it's a thought, but it's not that. It is a thought. A thought is a thought. Grasping would be a thought too. An experiential thought, if you like, but a thought nonetheless. The whole experience of the body is a thought. Call it thought experience. Expiration, but it's
I can see you're thinking right now. Your eyes went down to the corner. That's a thought. You
With no
can't,
content.
you can't,
No content.
it's everything is a thought.
You can't understand it. Everything is a thought. It's not up for debate, if you like. You see? It can't, if you debate it, it's a thought.
If you feel your eyes blinking, as they do, as all of our eyes blink, and our breath comes in and out of our body, that's an experience in the body. That's an experience in the body. The lungs are working. Air comes in. I can tell you if you breathe deeply into your tummy and go, ah, peace. And then your mind will reply to me, an experience of peace. Breathe deeply right now. Breathe deeply into your belly. Put your hand on your stomach. Breathe deeply. And I want you to think peace. That's a thought. That is the experience that we give to the self. And that is the mind.
Yeah, it is very silent.
Are you watching silence? Are you looking for a lack of thoughts?
Sorry, what did you say?
Are you looking for a lack of thoughts?
Well, some stands out as thoughts very easily, some don't.
So, my mind is classified as dyslexic. So I don't think in words. I think in, best I could describe it as colours or images. But my mind will work so quickly, I can't even see my thoughts. I can't see the thought is there, but the thought is there because my mind is functioning. My mind will see. So if something comes here, I can move. Because the mind is working always. You just may or may not. The mind is not aware that it is aware. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The mind functions whether you want it to or not. The mind functions whether you see it or not. The mind thinks whether you think or don't think. Whether you actively think of things or not. I can actively talk now. I could sing a song. I could talk to my cats. And that feels like an active thought. But if I'm sat watching TV, it can feel like I'm not thinking. But what happens is the mind listens. And then at some point, there may be a trigger of a response. Because the mind thinks. My mind doesn't think and go, oh, that's a thought. But what can happen is in the moment of when a thought is strong and it triggers a history, say, for example, if my sister talks about her childhood, I will always come back and rant at Max for about 10 minutes.
No.
Okay, now. Because I didn't have a good childhood. It was not traditional. Because the mind is triggered. I know none of that matters. I know a story is playing, but I'm just letting the story play. Because if I just let the story play, if I let the thoughts be as they are, whether I want them or not, the fire that's triggered burns out quicker. But if I try and reason with my thoughts, talk to my thoughts, have a conversation, the triggering that is in my body and my mind will last for days. And that is suffering. I don't want to be angry about things that happened that are a memory. And my memory is a thought. But I don't want to experience anger in my mind and my body for days. But it's not the mind in the moment being aware these are thoughts. The mind is triggered. The mind can't know my thought is a thought. It just thinks. It's like your lungs breathe, whether you tell them to breathe or not. Your heart pumps. Boom, 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 boom. Whether you tell your heart to pump or not, it does. The same with the mind. It thinks, whether you know the thoughts are thoughts or not. The thoughts are there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The waiting is a thought.
Yes, watching, listening. The moment I was done, and I knew I was done, it was a process of many years for me. I searched, I stopped searching. I searched a bit more. I thought I was done. I stopped searching. Max poked me a lot. I continued to search quietly with trying to alert Max because his poking is rather painful occasionally. But the end, when it comes, the floor doesn't shift anymore. The ground doesn't shift. Everything before that was an experience, a memory. There's only ever now. It doesn't change how my body and my mind function. But I'm not attached to how my body and my mind function. They simply function. So as Max says, it's all just a thought. It is just a thought. It is. Because that's how we connect That's how
Yeah.
our organisms bump into one another. It's through these thoughts.
Yeah, I think I was triggered because when I got a very like habitual understanding of like seeing thought as thought, then I am not the thought. Then when in the case I don't see the thought. So yeah, it's just how it was triggered by my understanding how the mind understands um that was like learned. Yeah.
It's like if you've been reading the same story,
Mm,
you know the next part already.
yeah. That's why I was triggered. Yeah.
I understand
Mm.
that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jade.
Thank you, Jade.
Thank you. Charlie,
Good evening, everyone.
good evening.
Hey.
What's up?
Life's good.
Oh,
Can I ask one tiny question?
Yeah, sure.
Have you ever watched Charlie the Unicorn?
Yeah, I know it. It's awesome. It's beyond awesome, actually.
was,
Charlie! Yeah, it's wonderful.
I love that unicorn.
I
Sorry.
must watch it again. It's been a while. Watch it,
Sorry.
everyone. Charlie the
I,
Unicorn on YouTube.
yep,
Yeah,
Charlie the Unicorn.
yeah. You're in for a good time.
mhm.
Yeah. Well, first I want to thank you again for this for these talks because I really like it. So I'm just
Oh,
grateful. Yeah,
oh,
Awesome.
yeah.
well, thank you.
It's
Thank you
really
for coming.
yeah, really glad to listen everyone sharing their experiences. I like sharing mine, obviously. Yeah. Um, yeah. I don't feel like talking about awakening or things like that tonight. It's too far out. Just I just don't want to. Yeah, feels strange. Like yeah, I think the first time you said there is no awakening, I was instantly convinced. It's like yeah, yeah, there's no such thing. But whatever. I want to talk because I want to share something. What is it? It's what I experience now is it's so obvious. There is something like yeah, my mind was the suffering for me, you know. I always wanted to understand, find stratagems to be well again, and so on. And there real there is really no escape. Like I feel like everything that has to be lived will be lived, whether you want it or not. Whether if it's you that live it or your friends or your children and so on. So there is an urge to just accept reality as it is, just accept yourself as you are experiencing yourself. You know, you cannot say I'm that thing, but You are somehow something. And you might not like it, but you have no choice. And this is beautiful, actually. This is freedom. You have no choice.
Yeah.
No choice. You can be scared, because it can be scary. You can be even frightened or angry and whatever. You really can. But there really is no escape. And yeah. This is freedom. Just want to share that with you. Yeah. There is freedom in that.
Yeah.
It's just so pleasant to be yourself. And I really feel like experiencing that, I feel like that it shines around me. Really. I can see it in others too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, the reflection is, yeah, it's a miracle. Like I have the feeling that I live on paradise for months and months.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Yeah. And that's it. And you can talk about it with your mind and so on, but it will change nothing. Yeah, nothing. Yeah. Now or later. Yeah. Why not now? Just leave it now.
Yeah. Sure.
That's
Even
my
if
preach.
you,
That's
even if
my
you,
preach.
it's just a thought.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah, to go as you talk. If it's just a thought, yeah, it can be pleasant. It can be.
Unpleasant or pleasant.
It can be pleasant
Yeah, absolutely.
or unpleasant, you know?
Oh, unpleasant, yeah.
Both. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is no real quality of the thought.
No.
There's no value, no judgment in it.
No.
No. Mm.
Any thoughts can be.
Yeah. And will be. That's my yeah. I really like that. That story, you know, the story of existence. Yeah, yeah. Everything will be. You know, it's dramatic. I like drama.
Oh, it's nice.
I really like drama. Yeah. And I
So
can.
do we. Oh, come on, we do. Especially you. Hi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got nothing to say to that.
I think there can sometimes be a trap around thoughts. Is that you can say everything is a thought, but till the phrase really comes to you that everything is just a thought, people can attach a value to a thought. Like the feeling if you say the word.
What?
Peace, tranquility. Whether you want it or not, it can trigger an experience in the body. Peace, tranquility. Even the way I end up saying it.
Yeah, I know. It's just.
It's quite irritating, isn't it? Maybe if you try to say it a rock way. Tranquility. But all of the ways that we can get trapped into a good thought, a bad thought, they're still just thoughts. But it is kind of fun. I
Proving your point.
that you're obsessed. but we can have this pleasant experience in the body with the word peace. We're trained to, as little kids. If you're being naughty, marchand, attention. Oh, I hate it when French people go, attention!
True, attention to what? I know, it's always really nuts. Attention to what? What are you talking about? The fucking traffic lights? The mosquito?
But it's something we all learn, and there's an instinctive response. And it's the same way as your heart beats, whether you want it to or not. The mind is trained to react to these words, to react to these phrases. But it's just a reaction. It's not good. It's not bad. It's not pleasant. And I guess for me, I can understand why people talk about surrender when they talk about that. You're surrendering to the idea that a thought is more than that. You're not expecting a thing from the thought. You've surrendered to the thought being simply that. It's the experience. You can't change it, whether you want to or not. It's just what happens in the moment. It's not you. It's just the organism that is your body and mind reacting to all the sensory information around it, to the way that the mind and the body function naturally. But there is a surrendering, I guess, to it.
Yeah, there is. I say so. There is. There is surrendering to it. Yeah, it's the end of the fight. So then you can't go further with analyzing your thoughts or trying to be someone you're not or changing your experience at any cost, you know, or
You can't even if you want to anyway.
no.
There's nobody there to want. The want is itself a thought.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So that bugs me actually. You know, that bugs me because the want is itself a thought, right? Yes. I mean, in a way, obviously, you know, obviously. Yeah, obviously. The want is a thought. Yeah. Yeah.
I want more
The
kitten.
want is a thought which, yeah, okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
There's a definite truth though.
So if you
My life will be more fulfilled with more kittens.
no,
I need
that
I
is
need
just
I
not
need
true.
I
So
need more kittens.
I've got fourth one, and I love the fourth one, but I almost regret it, to be honest. Oh no, I do. I mean, I love him. I love him to bits, but I almost regret it. It's too much. Yeah. If I could redo it, I wouldn't take him. No, I mean, yeah. I love him to bits, but it's a pain. He's a pain.
I'm really glad our kitten can't understand English.
He can't understand French either.
Have you tried attention? Maybe he understands.
Attention. My ass, yeah, he's sleeping now. No, anyway, yeah.
But thank you, Charlie.
You know, it can be just a thought. Yeah. But also at the same time, it's just a thought. It's like, you know, you enter a new habit. It's just a thought.
But yeah,
And you're stuck. And
I
you're
think
stuck.
that's what Amy was saying. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
And you can be stuck on that for
Yeah.
years.
Like just a thought. No?
Yeah. And then it becomes a new technique.
Yeah.
And that's not it.
Yeah. Mm.
I'm a big fan of techniques.
Yeah. But no,
You
there's
serious?
Yeah.
I only have one type of humor. Don't take it away from me. Sarcasm is my only sense of humor.
Okay.
It's the only joke I make. Don't take it away.
I'm not taking it away. I'm just naive. You know.
Mm.
True though.
Mm.
But yeah,
Well, thank you.
thank you,
Well,
Charlie.
thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you very much. Anyone? I got nothing to say.
Bye now.
You're being annoying.
Oh, I have a question about what Amy just said. Um, one thing is a thought, and when it comes, it still comes. There's a change of it. There, there's change arising, still arising.
Is there a, did I get the last bit right? Is there a change arising?
Yeah, then there's still change arising.
Yes, but change is a thought.
Like being triggered.
Like what?
Being triggered.
Being triggered.
Like what I'm saying is so we have this unfavored triggered experience. Then then change could still something coming up, could still not as a way of like um unchangeable
Right.
experience, like to a sense, say being triggered, this experience of I don't know, for example, like um anger. So a thought of change could still arise, and then there could be a different more favorable experience. And it is kind of like um saying that that's whether you like it or not, uh, it sort of change could still something arises whether you
So,
like it or not.
um, if I say 1 + 1, can, how many people go 2? It's
You.
it's a triggered response. 1 + 1, 2.
Mm.
The alphabet. If somebody sings A B C D, I start singing.
E-F-G.
I start singing the alphabet. It's the same with a triggered negative response.
Mm.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant.
It's the same.
That is brilliant.
I
My wife's brilliant. It's my wife. You see, I made her. I'm her god. Obviously, I'm. Sorry,
Sure, darling.
darling. Your English, that's triggered.
Oh, God,
Oh, sorry.
But there's negative experiences. I have a memory. My brother tried to kill me when I was 14. So if there's physical pressure on my neck, it's very unpleasant. Even that.
Mm.
It triggers a very unpleasant experience.
Mm.
But that's a thought.
Yeah.
I can't change that the thought comes up.
No.
I can't
But you
change.
can.
I can't change that this is uncomfortable.
Mm.
But what happens in knowing you're not the thoughts of knowing you're not your thoughts, your attachment to that breaks.
And so it doesn't matter, really.
Because you're not attached to your
You
thoughts.
farted again.
Your attachment to your thought has gone. Because you know
Yeah.
this
Yeah. Yeah.
is not you.
Okay, so you were referring to the experience as the is that bit is unchangeable.
The experience happens in the now.
Yeah, that is what you're referring to as something that cannot be changed.
I don't know. Because what you're talking to now is future. If I talk to future, I only ever talk now. The future only ever happens now, right here.
Oh,
Because now is the only time that exists.
I couldn't see. I am talking about the future.
Okay.
She couldn't see she was talking about the future. Brilliant. Yeah. Doesn't exist.
Yeah, but I don't understand how I was talking about the future.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, you talk to the desire to change the triggered experience. Change is a want of something to happen in the future. Because that's not what's happening now. Now we're comfortable, we're relaxed, we're having a nice conversation.
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah.
To change the experience of what is bad is a memory, which is a thought. It's a memory of something that happened. Your memory is a thought. With some triggerings, you can't control that the body and the mind remember. 1 + 1. A, B, C.
Yes.
Hand there.
Yeah.
You can't control. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. I yeah.
Therapy will tell you, my sister's latest therapy will tell you the latest techniques are to do memory replacement. Memory replacement. So I will replace your bad memory with a good memory. So this is where my sister is trying to replace a memory. They're both still a thought. You're just trying to change. You're trying to change the radio frequency. It's like you're trying to change the radio frequency. But the radio's still on.
And what you want is to stop the radio, but you can't.
But
you can realize you're not the fucking radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand that point.
Your experience, the negative reminders won't matter when you know it's not who you are.
Yes. It's a habit. It keeps going into it. It's like the cat you were talking about. It keeps going up the kitchen top.
Yes.
Yeah, it's actually quite clear at this point, seeing what I'm doing. What the mind is doing.
And the technique, repeating, it's just a thought, can help.
Yeah.
But at the end, it's a technique. It's a plaster.
Yeah. It appears to have this very strong tendency to have ideas of like using logic that's oh a sort of change is still can be just something a right system. That's how it runs with the story. Like a thought of like everything just turn into a thought arises and that is okay. Like yeah, it is just how it works. That's fine.
It's just simply, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
It's
simply
simply how
that.
the mind works.
Yeah. Yes. Oh.
Did Thomas say?
You go there.
Thank you.
Like Bruce Lee said, the ultimate technique is no technique. I like that.
Thank you, Jade.
Thank you, Jade.
Why you say that?
Thank
I'm
you.
really surprised.
Thank you.
Charlie?
Charlie.
Why are you angels? Oh.
Yeah. To go with the flow, I used like kind of big words like everything that has to be lived will be lived, but like it's actually really I don't know what to say in English. Like
This.
yeah, no. There is a
Yeah.
reality in it, like in the sense that like I tried therapy and whatever, meditation and so on. And like nowadays, now that there is something that welcomes totally the experience, and it's like the past is getting dealt with spontaneously. Like
Yeah.
it's like there is
Yeah.
there were so many lies. Like I experienced this and that made me sad, that made me joyful or whatever. Like so many lies. But like in these days, the truth just spontaneously emerges.
Yeah.
It's like what was not lived at that time is lived now. It takes, I don't know, like few minutes or 1 hour, or doesn't matter. And then it's gone. Like, truth be
Yeah.
told, go next. And it's It's so easy because I do nothing. I'm
Yeah.
just so grateful to it because like there is an honesty to the experience. Like this is what was really experienced. You know,
Yeah.
there is no story to cover
Yeah.
it. You know, and yes, I don't know. Yes, I was weak. Yes, I was shameful. Yes, I was joyful. Yes, I was not considerate. Or but that is what was experienced, and it's okay because it's just it lasts sometimes, and then it ends. You know. So yes,
Yeah.
I actually experience that there is no technique in that. You know.
Yeah.
Apart if you say that acceptance is a technique, you know, you can say it if you want. Oh yes, I accept. I accept. The biggest of lies.
Oh God.
Oh.
Yeah, that used to drive me mad.
Huh?
There are some things that drove me crazy. Acceptance. You're not accepting the now.
I'm not.
I can accept punching you in the face. I can accept that.
Oh my God. Oh, so funny. Right. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Thanks, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you very much. Mhm. Julien?
Yes, I don't know if I really understood what Charlie said, but all the traumas disappeared. So even all the emotions which were connected with a memory, I don't know where it goes, but it's not there anymore. So it's really funny how you refer to the past differently, and it doesn't belong to you.
Yeah.
I can't explain, but okay. So yeah, it's totally crazy, but it's nice. Sure,
Yeah.
it's really it's not heavy anymore and nothing anymore. That's it.
Lovely.
Beautifully said.
Thank you, Julien. That's cool.
Thank you.
That's really cool. Anything else, anyone? Otherwise, I suggest we leave it at that. I don't know if you want
Yeah. Is there any other questions?
things. No?
Nobody found the button?
Hmm. All good? Okay. Then.
Well, we'll see you next week.
Next week. Oh no. Oh yeah, I'll be back. I don't know. I know I won't be back. I know I
Oh.
may not be back. You can do it alone. Oh no, you can. You
That
can.
would require you to leave me your laptop.
It's not even just that. Is you would need not to pick me up, and you need
Oh.
to pick me up. I don't think.
Max is going to see an NBA game. So Max is obsessed with basketball.
I'm not upset like that.
He is obsessed with basketball. Specifically, all I've heard for the last 18 months is Wembanyama did this, blah, 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 blah. Something like Spurs, Antonio Spurs.
San Antonio. Okay, well,
San Antonio
you're
Spurs.
fucking listening. Wow.
San Antonio. So he's going to see them in Paris. So
Yeah, they come to play an NBA game in Paris. So, but fuck it, I'm going. Yeah. And it's next Saturday, and I'll be back Sunday. But I don't think I'll be home by 5.
okay.
No.
So 2
So
weeks.
okay, so not next Sunday, but we'll do it in 2 weeks again. Okay. All right, guys. And Wednesday for those who want, in French.
And Wednesdays, yeah.
And for those who want to do like a 1-to-1 in English, that's possible during the week or whatever. Take care, guys. Thank you very much. It was really lovely.
It was lovely to see you all. It was a wonderful discussion. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Bye,
It was really fun.
everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.